Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Billet. Now today's video is actually on the Dinkum Australia Ultimate Recovery Kit. Now I've got it right here. It's an absolute beast. It weighs a few kilos, that's for sure. And I'm also repping the hoodie as well, but we're gonna dive in and see what comes with this kit, what you need when you're off-road and you're bold. Okay guys, now I thought we'll get the bag out and I've got the list on my phone here. We're gonna go through everything that's in this bag so you guys at home know what you're getting when you get this kit. Now, it comes with the bag itself. As you can see, it's pretty premium quality. And it's got these nice little brass little bits of metal here so the strap goes on in a certain way. And it's quite fancy, you know, it's very like, it doesn't need to be this fancy, but it's nice, like it's really good. And it's also got this strap here, which is adjustable so you can put that on your shoulder. And it's got one of these on there so you can take it off, and it's just all very flexible and usable. Now, we're gonna go straight in the bag and I'll show you what's inside. So, you get two of these recovery. Now these are the recovery dampers, which I'm sure you guys will know. You'd put these over your ropes to dampen it. Now you get two of those in the kit, and they've got reflective, like a reflective strip on there so you can see them at night and stuff. So you get two of those, which is good. Most kits you only get one. Now the next thing we've got in here, now these are the soft shackles, and as you can see, soft shackles are the way to go, as we know. The old steel shackles that you get from Kings, they don't do it anymore, and also they're really dangerous in a recovery if they go flying and go through your windscreen. But these, as you know, they're sort of going like this, and you pull it like that. Now these, as you can see, have a protective sleeve on them. Now what that does is, when you're pretty much, if you've got like a tow mount in front of your car, which is steel, if you don't have this on, the rope actually digs into the steel on the recovery mount. And over time what it does is, it doesn't cut it, but it's slightly, like from the heat of the recoveries, it slightly like melts this. And then over time that gets brittle and that fails. So having the sleeve over top, like these ones, it stops that from happening, because as you can see, when this is on like this, it's covered. So none of that rope's getting damaged or overheated, and then eventually it like grabs and then it rips off because it gets brittle. So that just protects it in the long run pretty much. And only a few companies do this. Dinkum are one of the ones that actually have the little protective sleeves on it. So that's good thinking there, and that's just going to make it last that extra while for your recovery kit. So this is a sort of kit you buy once and you have it for years on end. You'll have it like most of your life. So it's all about high quality and well-engineered performance. Whereas if you get anything a bit cheaper, low end, like Kings or whatever, it might be good for a year or two, but then in the long run, this is when this stuff will overcome it. Now, these also have little tags on them which tell you a bit more information about them. So on here, for example, this says tested braking strain 12,000 kilos. So it's got all the information on there. Usage instructions, like, you know, don't lift like items with it and stuff. So it's designed for a certain purpose, as you'd imagine. Now also, you can see here how it looks like this, how there's a bit of a figure of 8 in there. Now that won't come out. So the advantage of this is, when you put this in on here like that, and you pull it, see how that gets tight now? And see how now the crossover is there, but that's tight like that. So that's just them yet again overthinking, over engineering, and that's just a lot better and stronger than without that crossover lip, which I know some brands don't do. So like I said before, you get 5 of those, and that all comes in a nice plastic bag like that. Now, the next one. So this is the tree trunk protector. Now, this is one that you'll probably use if you have a winch, and you put this around the tree and then your straps onto that as well. Now it comes with a little Velcro with a little Dinkum branding there, so that's on like that, just for like keeping. But yeah, this just comes off like so, and as you can see, it sort of looks like this. Now I'm pretty sure you can also use these if you have 2 recovery points and you want to spread the load. You can put like 1 in each of these, and then your recovery stuff off down here, so then the strain is going from, instead of all on 1 recovery point, it's on 2, so it spreads the load, which is obviously a great idea. You want to minimize the stress as much as possible. And then this one is, what's this one? This is 8,000 kilos, so that's tested brake strain. Okay guys, so also in the recovery kit we have some gloves. Now, I feel like to be honest, if you're like don't really care about getting your hands dirty and you have pretty like tough and hardened hands, and you know that could be as simple as what job line you're in, like if you're a carpenter or something, or if you don't like want to get your hands dirty and stuff, these might be for you. Now obviously also it's a safety thing as well, like if you don't want to get rope burn or anything in a scenario, then these could be the way to go for you. They also make great water skiing gloves as well actually, but no, these have like really nice like rubber protected knuckles, as you can see here and down here like this, and like super good grip. So if you just want to like do it properly and like, you know, be fully safe and everything, this is probably the way to go. And you get 2 of these in your kit, and they're also bright orange, which is a good idea. If they get covered in mud or lost in the mud, you can at least still find them, you know, it's not like a black color. So they also come in the recovery kit as well. Okay guys, now 2 of these cardboard boxes, you're probably wondering what's in here. Well, these are the recovery billet rings. Now, as you can see, as I'm sure a few of you would have already seen these, it's literally just a ring that's red, and obviously your rope's gonna slide in there nicely, and you'll be able to fix. So if you're using this on like a tree or something, you'll be able to put it through there and the rope will run off here. And it's also good if you want to do, if you're like bogged in mud with a winch, instead of just doing a single line pull, you can do a double pull, and it will just like half the strain on your winch, and the longevity and life of the winch as well will be dramatically increased. And also if you want like more pulling power in some instances, this is the way to go. So you get 2 of them, so there's one in there and there's one in here as well, and they come with the kit as well. And I should mention that this is the version 2 kit of the recovery kit, because the original kit only came with 1, but there's a few instances when they found that they wanted another one and they didn't have it, so they've actually included 2 in the updated kit, which is this one here. Onto the main event, the big one, which takes up probably 60% of the bag, is the actual kinetic rope, if you so call it, the actual recovery rope itself. So as you can see, this is a 9-meter rope, and it's got a rating of 13,000 kilos. Double check that, yeah, 13,000 kilos, thought so. So this is the kinetic rope. Now, if you're a bit confused and never seen one like this before, normally they're kind of like the flat style, and if you get one from King's or other manufacturers, they're flat. But the advantage of this compared to those is that this actually has a rubber core inside here the whole way through, which is really cool. And the simplified way of saying it is, what this means is, when you're, let's say you're bogged in the mud and a car's pulling you out, because this has got more elasticity to it, when that car pulls it out, it's not going to violently pull out the other one the same. It's going to actually do like less of an effect on that car, which will obviously save your transmission, your engine, your wheels, your bearings, all that's going to be saved, because this car here will floor it sort of the same, but the other one would just gently come out. It won't go out as violently as the one pulled it out. So that's the like correct way you want to recover someone. The least amount of, you know, throttle as much as possible. If anything, you want the first guy just to literally just walk it out, and hopefully you just come out in the first one and work your way up until you go harder. But obviously, you know, on Instagram or whatever, everyone just floors it, which is not ideal. But as you can see, this stuff's proper thick. Like, I'm not sure if it does it justice on camera, but this is it's a pretty full-on, this is like the big stuff. This is the real deal sort of stuff here. And as you can see, it's just all protected with all this coating here. It's even covered in that plastic sort of protective layer just to save the rope. And this will go the distance. And also, because it's rubber core, I think this can do something like 12 recoveries in a row or something like that without it actually like failing, whereas the traditional flat styles can only do like 6 or 5 recoveries, and then they actually get to start to wear off, and you need to like put them aside and let the rope sort of like gather, like shrink sort of back to how it was before, because the rope's getting tested too much, whereas this will do a lot more recoveries and unpull a lot more people. So as you can see, this is a pretty big key item of the whole kit. That one will get used the most out of almost everything, because that is essentially the go-to item for pulling someone out of the sand or the bog hole or whatever, especially in my circumstance when I don't have a winch. Okay, last but not least, in the bag we have the 20-meter extension rope. Now this is for 8,000 kilos, and essentially this is mainly used for a winch. Now if I look on the little information tag here, as I've just said before, winch extension rope, so this is Obviously I don't have a winch on my car, as I've said before, but I'm in the works of getting one. So this one I won't be able to use as much. But essentially what this does is, if you're, let's say your winch rope, for example, in your car only does 20 meters, but there's a tree, like you're in a bog hole, whatever, there's a tree and the nearest tree is 40 meters away, that's when you'd put this bad boy on and you'd get that extra distance you need. So it comes with the same little Velcro strap that just goes around the side there. Let's put that in there for now. And as you can see, it's the same sort of story. They've got all this protective sleeve on top, same as the soft shackles, if you remember them. They have the sleeve over top as well, and it's for the exact same sort of issue there. So they're just trying to protect the rope, and the rope gets saved and it goes the extra distance. So this will go out really far, because I think I just said before, it's a 20-meter rope, and this it's got all the information you need on the tag here, like how to use it, like it says before you use it, make sure it's not damaged and all that stuff. So obviously you're just trying to be as safe as possible, and you don't want to be using faulty rope that's just been sitting around for like 10 years and it's damaged. This is brand new, so obviously this will be fine. But before you use any recovery gear, you should really be inspecting it, make sure it's up to standard. Like, you don't want to have like any of these ropes in here slit or anything, because you're dramatically reducing what it's made for and what it's meant to do from factory. Okay guys, so I said it before, but the main differences between this, because this is the version 2 kit, which is the one, if you guys buy one now, this is one you guys will get. The difference between this and version 1 is that you actually get 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. You get 4. Okay. Even before I said 5, eh? Yeah. Okay guys, so like I said before, the main difference between this one and the version 1 kit is that you get slightly different items in them. So this one, you get 1, 2, 3, you get 4 soft shackles, which in the version 1 you only get 3. So obviously they found a need, they needed an extra one, and there's too many scenarios where they had 3, they could have had an extra one to help out. So they've got 4 this time, which is great, that's an extra item. Now the gloves are the same. The winch extension rope is the same. The colors look a bit different, but it's the same sort of idea. And then for the billet rings, you actually get 2. So in the version 2 kit you get 2, as you can see, 1, 2 right there. And then with the big boy kinetic rope, that is the same. Looks pretty similar as well. And then with the tree truck connector, that is the same. And then you also get 2 of these as well. So the main differences is you get an extra one of these, an extra one of these. So can't go wrong, and the price is the exact same. So you're literally getting 2 extra items for free. And to mention all that as well, on top of all this, I'll just clear the bench a bit, it's a bit hectic right now. You get this bag, which is upgraded from the last model. Now I'll just show you kind of what it looks like. So that's the back. The front's where it looks all cool, that's where it's got all the branding there, as you can see. And you've got these really nice big zips, which are really good quality. And you've got little holes in there, so if you wanted to, you could put a padlock in there. You could connect it up so no one can just take your, steal these from your kit, because everyone wants these. Okay, so no one can steal that from your kit. And then, yeah, like I said before, it's got the little straps like this, and I'll just show how it does it. It's kind of like a swag, kind of. It's very similar sort of way you do it, but you just loop them out over the way you sort of want. And then that's just going to hold that down like so. So that's just hold that down like that. And that just keeps it all nice and snug inside the kit. And you've also got this leather on top here. So the bag, like I said before, I think it's quite stylish, to be honest. I think it looks quite good. If you almost use that as a gym bag, it looks really good. And I really like the branding, the logo as well, the little wheel there. I think it looks really cool. But Off-Road Training Australia. So this is all like the high-end stuff in terms of recovery gear. If you're like, Matt, I need a recovery gear, don't want Kings, don't want ARB, you don't want to have the traditional looking ones, you want to have ones that are built tougher, go the distance longer, you're sort of looking at what's in front of me in this table right here. You want something that is locally made, locally owned, and South Australian, and it's all to the highest level standards that you can get. So very impressed with this recovery kit from first impressions. obviously we'll test it off-road on the tracks, on the beach and stuff. We'll get some recoveries going, we'll see how it all performs, but judging by the build quality and how everything's holding up now, I'm not going to be surprised if it does amazing out there on the tracks. So if you have any questions at all, message me on Instagram. If you have any queries or anything, put them in the YouTube comments section. We'll start a conversation down there, everyone can get around that. And pretty much if you want to look at this recovery kit yourself, Dinkum Australia, type that in your Google or in your Instagram, they'll come up. And if they don't come up, type Ultimate Recovery Kit and they will come up. Okay guys, so if you want to get one yourself, you know where to do. I'll put it in the link of this video as well. And you get literally everything out here on this table. And yeah, that's pretty much it guys. So next time, hopefully we'll be able to get some of these on the tracks. We'll be able to do some tests and see how they perform. Okay guys, now on the website as well, they also do things they do rear window blackouts. So this is like a vinyl that if you had like a 100 series or Prado or Wagon or whatever, you can actually put it on the glass and it will vinyl over it. So it's kind of like the equivalent of putting, like I've got like sun visors cut out in my windows. It's kind of like that, keeps the heat out. People can't stand protection, all that stuff, and it looks pretty good in my opinion. So they also sell that, and they also do the Essential Recovery Kit, which is a cut down version of what I've shown you guys today. It's okay, but you're probably better off spending extra money and getting everything you need, and then you have no dramas from then onwards. And they also do some little things like UHF magnet mounts and stuff like that, and some of the ropes individually. But mainly, when you get the kit, you kind of want to have everything ready to go. You don't want to be buying piece by piece. It's just going to cost too much money and just be too inefficient. Whereas this, you get everything you need all in one bag, you're done. Bag's that big, you take everything off road, you're sorted. So that's what I would say guys. If it was me, I'd try and get the whole bag, and then you're sorted for life, because this kit's going to last a very, very long time. But just so I'd mention that guys, go check out their website. They also have merch like the hoodie I'm wearing right now, and it's really comfy. I'm going to wear this a lot I reckon when I go camping. But that's pretty much it guys. So yeah, like I said before, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time on Built Prado.